I'm going to talk about the Delphi technique. That is a very old technique used to is included in the creative assessment and evaluation tools. Is designed for the last phases of the creative process to select and to make decisions. Uh, Mainly is used to predict the future. The first time it was used is in 1962, but the study started in 1948, in fact, and they were trying to predict nuclear catastrophes for the United States Army. Since then, it was widely used to try to predict the future, but mainly is used using experts assessment, uh, panels of experts in particular. But it's so versatile, it's so flexible and adaptable that it has become more and more used uh, in now with the online resources that really make it more easy to reach the experts or to reach a collaborative collaborative group or team of people working in in the same problem or in the same uh, issue. Uh, the technique is based on a progressive approaches to an issue. Firstly, trying to identify the key variables influencing the development of a market, of a problem, of a social issue, um, and then estimating the probability that the variables identified change in another in one way or in another way. Uh, the key point always is to have the proper right, the proper group of people working on the issue. Uh, I have used most times, the most times in experts assessment, but we have tried also to use it in a classroom scenario. The group must have enough knowledge to be able to make predictions, obviously, but also, and most importantly, they should have uh, um, a great involvement to maintain their participation, because it's a technique that is quite long to be applied. In an experts survey, um, really it can take 3 or 4 weeks. In a classroom, you need at least 2 hours or over. This case, I don't know. I'm not going to show this really. I have here. If you want to check a professional with an experts panel, you can check in the link below. Is a prospective survey about the food delivery and takeaway in Spain, conducted just before the pandemics. So all predictions were, well, not wrong, but the market environment changed dramatically through the pandemics, and the scenarios we predicted, some ones were become true, not others, and because all the variables were changed. But now here I can show you a more applicable in a classroom, and this is an example of we use 2 years ago, trying to make our students to think about their future opportunities uh, in the labor market. As you know, as you probably know, in Spain we have a very strong problem with youth unemployment, and in the third year, the sixth semester, they become very angry with their careers because they don't seem uh, to have opportunities. So we thought that to make them reflectioning into their future can help them to focus their career. To encourage participation, we make it an evaluable activity that give them some points for the final qualification of the seminar. The main process is the same that in experts approach, but adapted to a classroom implementation. We started creating a living lab, dividing the whole classroom into small groups. Then we started with an individual questionnaire, all open-ended questions, and then with the responses to the questionnaire, the small groups started to discuss and to compare results of their own questionnaires. With that discussion, the aim was to get a list of variables that are influencing their future. In the stage 2, they share their list of variables with a large group, and to get a combined list of all the views of all the groups, all the small groups. Then the small groups revise their own view, incorporating the views of the others, and started to create scenarios. And finally, those scenarios were again shared with the whole classroom to get consensus. Well, here is some of the materials they produce, identifying the challenges, and this means where I want to be in the next future. Here you have how I acquire the capabilities to do that. So they work in small groups, then share with the big group. Well, we make not very technologically with just the board, talking about education, the need of improve the quality of the self-education. Then they started to focus in more detailed issues. In example here, they are talking about the impact of the technology in their studies and in their education. With that work, we decide not to create scenarios, but itineraries. Here you can see the itinerary from the family life to the emancipation. That really they don't think it will occur before 26 or 30 years old. That is when they predicted that they can earn 1,500 euros that allows them emancipate from the family. So the same process was implemented with all other itineraries affecting their laboral career. And well, that's all on my part.